Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new week, even, actually, because it is Monday. And that's always nice, right? New week, new chance to do different things, maybe even. Who knows? I'm not trying to be particularly inspirational, just just thinking. I was a little bit torn today between playing 3 and X, because we played 3 like 4 times last week or so. So I almost wanted to give more time to X. But then I realized that like I am playing Xenoblade X like off stream. I'm running around doing little side quest missions, affinity missions and all those things. The only thing I'm not doing is the main story quests, because I figure I'll do those on stream. Though, I mean, you do miss a whole bunch of character building with various folks. So it is one of those things. And I feel kind of bad about that. Like, I feel like it would be good for anyone interested in a Let's Play for Xenoblade Chronicles X to see more of those affinity quests and, like, you know, meeting the characters and all that other business. But at the same time,
so that's the state of affairs.
We got this game to play, you know? We still gotta get through it. I was talking to a coworker today about the Switch 2 and telling him about, you know, the timing issue of like, well, I'm playing 2 really massive RPGs right now, and if I'm not done with either of them, then I'm not gonna be able to play Metroid Prime when it comes out, so I probably won't get it right away. And like, you know, I think I said as much the other day when we were talking about the Switch 2. After the Direct and the announcements and those things. What? Oh, that's a little bit of ledge. Is this the other Grom rice, perhaps? This is true. Who would go inside 2 blocked off caves? Oh, that's nice. Though, I'm not going to lie, I am a little bit surprised that Nimue isn't a hero for us to get. But I'm also okay with that, because, as you all know, we've gotten 2 heroes who we haven't really, like, dispersed amongst the party yet. You know? We got Kamaravi and Miyabi, and even Masha, to some extent, hasn't really, like, we haven't gotten everyone figured out. So there's still a lot to do. Oh boy. This is fine though. So besides just enjoying this beautiful little area and lovely music and cool ruins, we got to figure out what we're doing today as far as game goes, right? Like, we got a side, well, maybe we don't know if it's a side quest or not. It's the Brew of Crodlax. We got that information we got to talk about, and that might be a side quest. That might just be a random experience. Who knows? We've got these weirdos to hit with fire inside of water. Good, very good. I think he's gonna go down before I get my emblazoned thingy off or whatever. Yeah. Fine. Remember, we could technically be like level 80 right now or something ridiculous. So, it doesn't surprise me too much if things go down quickly. I am curious what's over here though. This has been a source of interest to me for a bit. But actually, let's go to the hut up there first, because I feel like chances are, if there is a side quest related to this stuff, then perhaps it will push us towards that direction because we didn't explore over there. There was the little mini quest to go collect ingredients for Riku to complete his repairs, and then converting the Furonis into a gigantic bomb to use against the enemies. There was all that. So maybe you were supposed to go over there during that, but I already had whatever pieces they wanted, so we'll see. I wanna do this first. So, but yeah, if this isn't a side quest though, then we'll just end up going over that way because I want to explore the map.
Everyone, get some rest.
We have two little side quests here.
I just wanted to confirm.
What a peaceful, relaxing place. With the Sophronians everywhere and the self-sufficient lifestyle, it's really not a bad place to be. Felt like time flowed slower there. Or rather, life in the world outside, in our world, is full of bustle and business, perhaps. Well, duh. There's a war on out here. Every day is different from the last. Friends work too hard. When divide time well, no need for busyness. Have to find ways to accommodate deep rest and recreation of self. Whoa, Riku here dropping some serious wisdom. Deep rest sounds nice and all, but we're supposed to find the time to do that in. When feeling most busy is when most important to carve out peaceful time. Life not worth living if always hurrying. Wow, that's a painfully insightful remark. Maybe the least we can do is make sure to take our rest when and where we can afford it. That's very advisable. As first step, please to try napping for 3 days slate. You can't be serious, mate. What are we, no pawn? Friend land such close-minded. Then here's alternative. Do some strength conditioning. Or something. Now that's more like it. No, Spock it isn't.
It's best we talk this through.
Hey, Manana, you know that stuff called grom rice that they grow in Nimue's colony? What kind of food do you make with that? First, have to make into dough. Dough? Have to take dried grom rice and grind into flour. Then take grom rice flour, add water, and pound. That make fluffy dough. Then can bake or steam and it become tasty food. I see. Since Sena is so curious, we'll let render assistance when making one day soon. Sena is strong, so if Sena pound, will definitely make nice smooth dough. Awesome. I can't wait to try. My blade's perfect for pounding. In that scenario, result will be less smooth dough and more chewy dish called mochi. But that have its own charm too.
I just wanted to confirm.
What is this? Say, those auto love majigas are pretty nifty, eh? Colony Lambda was once defeated by Colony 13, owing to their special tactics. Commander Isard must have been deterred from fighting head-on and requested them from the castle. The autonomous Levnesses, you mean? Yes. Historically, the colony has performed admirably. That must have been contributed to the request being granted. The commander then used the Levnesses and prevailed over Colony 13. And they remain garrisoned at Lambda. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I said that like it was a question. If they work without needing a dedicated pilot, that in itself is already a big help. And now, for some reason, they're all down in the tunnels. They do have the advantage of safely operating in places which would otherwise be very dangerous for humans. Well then, massive kudos to whoever came up with the idea. Indeed. I'm sure Commander Izzard figured out this particular usage scenario very quickly. Yeah, well, I gotta say I prefer not to fight him again. As far as I'm concerned, I'd be much happier if those mutters just stuck to mining rocks. Okay, we have 2 side quests here.
Let's consider what we know.
They say Colony Land has been raking the ether lately. Yeah, some bloke called Koji meant to be behind it all. He seems to have been pressured the commander personally, which sounds like Koji. They've always had some ether though, I thought. They mined it, didn't they? They're saying that there's a huge amount of it now. Takes some skill to produce such results in that length of time. Accomplish something like that in Colony Lambda. That's no small feat. There are so many colonies that can never have enough ether, and his colony, I'm just seeing on a horde of it. They're saying they have too much even. Can't they share some with other colonies? Yeah, what's stopping them? How about we ask them ourselves? Curious too, let's find out. I wonder if this is going to be like the other one where it's like distribute those to people.
Let's consider what we know.
Seems like a bloke named Baron's working on some kind of prototype. Yeah, and everyone's helping. Everyone's hoping it'll help boost Lambda's defense. I wonder what it could be. Surely not a new type of autolev. Why don't we just sniff along and have a gander? Gotta have some stake in this, right? Yeah, I'd say so. Lambda's defense concerns us too.
It's vital to keep a record of events.
Alright, so we have a couple side quests that we can do. Yeah, there's a door here. I'm surprised there are no side quests here, but also it's such like an uber peaceful area that maybe that makes sense. Like they don't really need you to do anything, you know? Oh, there's ether.
We should harvest this ether.
Just trying to get most of the thing. It's slightly bothersome, I think, to not have the map totally filled out like this. Like, I mean, I don't need it to be perfect. But, you know. Is there anything in here? Kind of surprised there isn't. Huh. What are these containers, though? So, I hope you all had a good weekend. I did. Well, yeah, no, I had a good weekend. It had its ups and downs. Mostly ups, to be honest. Yesterday, I went and watched the Minecraft movie with a friend of mine who has literally never played Minecraft, which is wild because he's the type who would probably sink hours into it. So maybe it's a good thing that he's never played it, but
we need to time this right.
yeah. But he enjoyed the movie though. He had fun. It is. Oh, that's an enemy. Are you a unique enemy by chance? No. All right. Well, thanks, Desert Pagul. I suppose I auto-fight him, right? But yeah, he'd never played Minecraft before. Still hasn't. But now he's seen the Minecraft movie at least. And it was good enough that, like, I don't think he needed to see it in order to enjoy it. Because it really is, it's got the same problems that all video game movies often do. Like, it is a rare video game movie that manages to avoid falling into the trap of, like, oh, in the game, you do this, then you get a quest to do this, and then you meet someone who tells you that you need to do this to get that, and then you do that, and then you get this, and then you do that, and you get this. And, like, it's very much like go to point A, then B, then C, then D. And, like, there's an art to doing that in a way that doesn't make it feel like that, and they didn't do it. Like the Mario movie also had this problem. It's like the knowledgeable gamer problem is what I'm going to call it, because it's like when you play a video game and you've got someone sitting next to you who loves this game and has played it and knows everything about it, and they're just telling you where to go next. Like, it's the same feeling. And so it's very much like, oh, welcome to X. Now we need to do this. Next is this. Next is that. Next is this. Like, that said, to its credit, like I said, the Minecraft movie was fun. Jack Black definitely has something to do with that. Though, honestly, I don't know her name. I recognize the actress's face. But, like, the principal lady, the interaction that she has with the person who comes from the Minecraft world into hers is probably the funnier thing in the movie, I think. Like, Jack Black going chicken jockey or flint and steel, like making over enunciated nonsense, isn't funny, like, at all. It's the same sort of thing. Like, it's a kids movie, and that is a kids movie thing because, like, all the children are going to say it, regardless of if Jack Black says the name of the thing. Like, if you ever went, I think the first time I ever experienced this was when I was a little kid. We went and we watched the Rugrats movie, the one when Dill shows up. And when we watched it, we were in the back because my family typically sat in the back. And there were kids further down in front who had seen the movie already. Or maybe not even seen the movie already, either way. But they did the thing that kids are fairly well known for, which is when a character shows up, the children scream its name and they're very excited because it's their favorite character. And so they're like, oh, Chucky, Tommy, and Angelica, and what's her name? Susie, the other girl, and then Phil and Lil. But yeah, like, so the Minecraft movie had that, and the theater was almost packed. There were a couple of seats open next to me, actually, which was kind of nice. But the theater was packed, like, very, very full, and there were a bunch of kids because obviously it is a kids movie. My friend and I saw it on like a Sunday matinee, so like prime post-church activity type deal. So we kind of expected it to be busy and full of kids, and it was. And it wasn't that bothersome though. Like I was expecting it, so it was fine. But like little kids do that, and you can count on them to do that. So you just kind of have to accept it. What's over this way? But like, it definitely played into that because basically that's Jack Black's entire like character the whole time. It's like he is the wise gamer who knows all the things already, has a stash, and isn't letting you actually play the game because he's going to show you how to do it first. Like that's kind of the feel. Was it worth seeing? Sure. If you want like to have a couple laughs, to watch like a bit of family friendly fun, then sure, it's a pretty good movie for that, honestly. So I think between it and like and the Super Mario movie, those both had the same problems. The Mario movie, while good, also had the same issue where it's like go from A to B to C to C, and like there's always someone to explain what you're supposed to do next. Like characters never really figure it out for themselves. So, or like things just don't flow naturally, I guess.
Such is the officer's duty.
And yeah, now that's like, it's been a while since I watched the live action Sonic movie, but I feel like that one actually did managed to avoid that problem somehow. So like Sonic movie, the Detective Pikachu movies are also pretty decent. Hey guys, could you like not have them target me? Like what the heck, defenders? But yeah, it was fun. So it was nice to go see a movie, eat some gummy worms, and it was good. And then my friend and I went and got a beer after. I had this beer that was named after something from Lord of the Rings. It was like a honey mead sort of thing. It was really good. I don't know if I would necessarily buy it again. Maybe I would. It was good, though. I think a like nice sour beer instead would have been better. But for what it was good. I don't know why I'm still running. We should probably just fast travel at this point to the place I'm supposed to be going to. Which is where? Colony Lambda, right? Which is this region. Oh, hello. Review your movie evening. Yeah, did you catch everything I was saying about the Minecraft movie? Or did you just come in at the end of it? Koji. What can I do for you? You're doing well for Ether at the moment. Do you have any idea how you're going to use it? Okay, and they are going to do what? You got the last few minutes. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun, over the top, silly movie that like, especially if you have like little kids or just like a sense of whimsy or want to have a couple giggles, then yeah, it's worth going and enjoying. I think it was a lot better than expected, because like watching the trailer, like I was very much in the camp after I watched the trailer, or even after I first saw the first few seconds of the trailer. I was like, oh, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be bad. And they leaned hard into the current year's humor. So I don't think this movie is going to age particularly well. But I do think that like little kids who watch it now are going to annoy the shit out of their family for the next like month by running around yelling Flint and Steel and Chicken Jockey and all the other like item names that Jack Black enunciated. Also, share it freely among the colonies. Donut colonies and you give to whoever wants it most. Fill up the Jack Black trains years ago. Yeah, I like him in some movies, like what's the one? That's the musical one. School of Rock. Like he was good in School of Rock. You know, as a character. I feel like he's kind of flanderized himself. Like Nacho Libre, School of Rock. He was in some other stuff. But like the way that he you know, what he does in the trailer and everything else. Like he does that so much that it's now like almost typecast and like he has to do it. as like a catchphrase sort of thing to like be that way. And I felt this way about the Mario movie too. Like he was a good Bowser. I wish that he didn't do a stupid song. And in the same way, there's a Lava Chicken song that is also very much Tenacious D. And like, like, it's fine. It's not something I ever want to hear again, but it's fine. Thankfully, I don't have kids, so I don't have to hear them like saying that. I agree that it is better than Skibbity Toilet for sure. Am I just supposed to say every single thing? Narrate it down to a nearby colony. Which colony will you work with? Oh, don't make me decide this. Who needs ether the most? Colony Tau has lived without ether for a long time, so they're kind of whatever. Colony 4 is in the middle of the desert. I feel like they were having a rough time. Colony 30. Is Colony 30 my colony, or is that Colony 9? Colony 30. Oh wait, Colony 30 is Valdi's colony, right? Maybe? Yeah, Levness stuff. There you go. BRB, alright. Oh shit. No. Oh fuck. I didn't mean to press that. Sell it. Ooh, sell it through No Pawn. There you go. Use a middleman. Okay, we gotta talk to the merchants.
So that's the state of affairs.
Cool. Then that's good. But yeah, definitely I feel like Jack Black is very Flanderized too. Like he has Flanderized himself to the point where like whenever he's in a role, they're casting him because they want him to do ridiculous enunciated like noises and sounds and phrases and to be like fourth wall breaking over the top. And also to do a silly song. Like, he'd be great in VeggieTales. Just to check if it's real. Apparently, Dane Cook has a Twitch channel and streaming COD. That. But does he have a man in a yellow poncho as part of his stream? That's what I want to know. Like, when you subscribe to him, does it say welcome to the Whopper layer? These are very, very important questions. Zoka is all the way up there, huh? That's mainly the joke that I remember from Dane Cook. Is like the stand around in circles of shoes and just dance, and the Whopper layer joke. That's what I remember from Dane Cook. And I guess Waiting, right? That was the name of the movie that he was in, where they kept like showing each other their testicles and doing the bat and all the other stuff. Like that was Waiting, right? Because that movie inspired so many of my friends to then proceed to do exactly that. And it was like, why? Why are you doing this? I do not want to see your... like, no. This is just not good. Okay, install stuff on a wall. Got it. Okay, both of these things take us outside the colony, so that seems doable. stream ended right when you joined. Follow, see if it's right. Is he, did he save the VOD? Like, is he saving VODs on his channel? Or do you think he hasn't figured that out yet? Or for legal reasons, probably isn't going to do that? For some reason, I can imagine Dane Cook's sense of humor getting him into trouble in current year if it's still the same sense of humor that it was like 15 years ago. I could be wrong. But yeah, Minecraft movie. It wasn't bad. My no VODs. That doesn't surprise me. I bet you there's clips though, right? Maybe people clip some stuff. Oh, this is the censor thing. Nothing. Wait, what on like Twitter or something? Like he must have done something interesting. I mean, I guess he's playing COD, so maybe not. Dan Cook plays COD. Short videos. Oh, there's TikToks. YouTube, Dan Cook. Wait, what? 1.6 million views. 1 year a day. 1 year ago. Dane Cook on playing Call of Duty and dealing with ... What is the title of this video? This is all just TikTok. Weird. Dane Cook Gaming, 73.2 followers. 0.2k followers, sorry. Huh. That is something else. Okay, that sensor sound is kind of annoying. Okay, Baron, have fun with that.
Oh, that's a rare one.
Oopa. Not as cute as an Oopa from Steins Gate, though. Just saying.
Nothing a bit of teamwork couldn't handle.
Whatever happened to not being careless?
But yeah, so like my friend who I went to the Minecraft movie with has never played Minecraft. So he was a good litmus test, I think. He enjoyed the movie, you know, he thought it was silly and funny. Like for the most part. Like I think he shared the same opinion of me as it's like, yep, Jack Black did Jack Black things. Adequate, you know? But I think it still has the same problem as a lot of other video game movies. The A to B to C problem. And it's like the Sonic movies, and I feel like the Detective Pikachu movies managed to avoid that, I think. And I don't remember if that's true or not, but it's what I remember at the very least. That like they managed to make it feel like a more natural plot and not just having like the wise gamer who tells you exactly what to do next sitting next to you for each of the main characters to have them go do things. So also, what's up with Jason Momoa or whatever his name is? Like, does he just enjoy playing like that particular type of character? I feel like the like overly muscled dumbass who has a like feminine side is like the thing that he's played in multiple movies now. Yeah, he was Aquaman. Like, it was decently funny, but also like, I don't know, it was just a little weird. There was just something a little weird about it. And it's like, do you want to tell us all something? Like, there's something going on in your life, bro? You want to talk to us about it? I don't know. It could just be the character he plays. It's fine. But I don't know what it is. Like, he has a line where he tells one of the other characters that he'll be more of a sister to this other character than she'll ever be. And it's like, my man, you are a like 6 foot tall. If I drew you, I would draw you using many circles because you have so many muscles and you have a full ass beard. Do you want to talk to us about something? Do you need therapy? Are you okay? You could be this way, it's fine, but it's just kind of strange to do that randomly without any like things. I don't know. That's the thing, is like I can't tell if he's supposed to be a comedic character and we're supposed to laugh at that, or if it's just supposed to be played like straight and like you're just supposed to accept him as some type of like gender questioning character or something with like no explanation and just sort of accept it for what it is. You know, it's like between the two lines where I can't tell, and I don't know what the intention like by the director is either, though. Like his character is a washed out video game nerd who was a champion at like this random particular fighting game. And so he runs a store in town that like sells arcade games and buys those things and such. Just like a video game store that's on the verge of bankruptcy. And he drives like a muscle car, wears a like pink leather jacket with like dangly like rope things, like cowboy ropey things. I don't know what they're called. And like the like pink muscle tee he wears makes sense because it has like characters on it, and then you see the arcade cabinet, and like the arcade cabinet is like a pink cabinet and whatnot. So it's like, okay, sure, like he's wearing that color because it fits with the game that it's doing. But then he just does strange other things. Like it's fine. I'm just confused by it because it doesn't really seem. I mean, nothing really needs to have a place in a movie about going to a block world. I guess you can throw whatever you want in there, and they do. But like, I don't know. It just seems weird to have that, I guess. Like, because normally when you have something that has like larger cultural tones, that's like part of the like culture war that exists to some extent, where like you know that certain people are going to be mad about this character if that is what you're trying to get at, but you're also like not doing enough of it for people to like, I don't know, it's just like this weird line straddling. I don't know. Minecraft movie. Who produced you? Mojang Studios. That's not helpful. Directed by Jared Hess. Written by Chris Bowman, Hubble Palmer, Neil Widener. That's a terrible name. Gavin James and Chris Galetta. From a story by Allison Schroeder, who wrote Hidden Figures, Christopher Robin, and Frozen 2. Okay. Bowman and Palmer. It's like by committee is what it feels like. But yeah, Mojang Studios. I mean, that's just the game company, right? Like, so I don't know. Because like, I don't really understand if he's supposed to be anything, or like supposed to maybe be some type of like statement of any variety, if that's what they're going for, or they're just like, let's make a wacky washed out character, you know? I don't know. You know the still from Empire of Dust, I think is the name of the documentary. The one about the Chinese guy doing railroads in Africa, getting exhausted with the way that the workers and everything aren't actually working. Like, it's if you haven't seen it and you don't know the source, you would recognize the picture of the very tired looking Chinese man going, "It's all so tiresome," with a subtitle. Me if I click sideways. Okay. Like that's kind of how I feel when I'm seeing this, because it's like, if this is supposed to be a flashpoint, or like something for people to be mad about. I just don't care enough to be mad about it. But also, like, you're still putting something into a movie that doesn't feel like it. I don't know. Like, he's a funny character, and it, like, he's played for laughs and the butt of like every single joke. Like, no one respects him, no one likes him. He's doing things that like cause problems in the movie, and you know, he has a character arc and everything, but like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, when there's like a big fight between the pig people and our troop of heroes, the only person who's getting their ass handed to them
It's making me hungry.
is the guy who has so much muscle that he shouldn't be having this problem. Meanwhile, like, skinny tiny white girl and out of shape zoo lady and tiny inventor kid are like kicking lots of ass, and Jack Black is like passed out because he got hit in the head by a bucket. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to see nothing in there, and I'm too apathetic to actually like be upset by it. But I couldn't help but feel when I was watching it that like they were intentionally writing certain characters as like being unlikable, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, if you shut off your brain, which you probably should, then you can happily enjoy the movie. I don't feel like it's supposed to be anything more than what it is, but it's hard not to wonder in the current year if there's more to it than things, but it's also just so tiresome, you know? Like, I watched The Alkalite recently because I was sick and I needed something to do, and my friend was like, "You should watch The Alkalite. It's good." I'm like, "I've heard it's really bad. Are you sure it's good?" He's like, "Yeah, I really like XYZ. I'm sad that it's not getting another season." I'm like, "Well, okay. I suppose like normally I would consider you to have a decent opinion, so I suppose I will watch Thing." And I watched the first episode and I was like, "You like this? This is garbage." Like, I mean, most Star Wars nowadays is garbage, but like this is designed by committee garbage. That's like why is a Jedi getting killed by a knife? What? Why is this other Jedi committing suicide after like sitting around and meditating and becoming extremely powerful in the Force for 10 years without speaking, and you show up and say 2 words to him and then he's like, "Okay, guess I'll die." Like, what? Like, I do think that the general plot that was kind of coming together in The Alkalite was actually interesting. Like, the last few episodes and the setup that they did, nothing to do with the witches, but like the stuff in the forest and like the way they were kind of having the different characters trade places and like seeing the growth in that direction, like that was actually interesting. I would be like, yeah, they should explore that more and see where it goes. Like, that sounds kind of cool to see like where this character who's about to be trained in basically the dark side of the Force and other things, like, where is this going to go? Maybe they'll go new places with it and explore new stories. That would be cool. So sure, The Alkalite getting canceled, if they actually went in that direction, would be like it's too bad. But also, I can completely see why they were canceled. So, but like, anyway, the connection point is that within the first like 5 minutes of The Alkalite, I was like, oh, it's one of these shows written by someone who hates certain things. And it's just one of those things you notice sometimes, I guess, when you watch stuff. And it's like, it would be really cool if I didn't have to notice these things. Like, if you could make it less obvious that you hate certain like classes of people and not like put that in your movies, that would be nice. Thanks. And again, it could all just be like, oh, no, they didn't actually intend for any of this. I'm just reading into it. It's all good. But I don't know. It's like you shouldn't in a movie for kids, I feel like there should be good role models for any kid, and that it's not great to like carve out people as the butts of jokes and those things in a kids movie and like repeatedly enforce it, because kids repeat what they see and what they like, and they learn from those things. So like in an ideal world, I feel like you have, kids not do that. So anyway, hello Niquilicious. Welcome. Disney cured you of Star Wars. That was a good way to put it. Welcome Raiders. Welcome in. We're helping Colony Lambda with something. Mainly setting up a bunch of beacons, I guess, and probes, and selling their ether to Nopon. All that random good stuff. How is the Kingdom Hearting? I'm assuming you were playing Kingdom Hearts, because your raid message has been the King of Hearts repeatedly. But if not, then what were you playing? What were you up to? How has your beginning of the week been going? That's death down there. Wonder where Baron is. I suppose we could just kind of like pop over. He's supposed to be... Wait, what? Oh, now I'm confused. Alright, we're gonna follow the magic line because I have no idea where it wants me to go. Kingdom Hearts is your favorite game? I still haven't played it, I'm sorry. I think I've told you this before when you've rated in the past, that I've only played Kingdom Hearts 2 for about 4 hours, and I haven't ever played a Kingdom Hearts besides that. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I've seen Disney movies, so I know at least half the songs. And I've seen Donald Duck talk about Sephiroth, which is always really funny because, Donald Duck's voice. I'm not going to try to do an impression of Donald Duck's voice because it would probably just turn out very, very wrong and silly. But I do like the way he says Sephiroth's name. Also, I haven't played the games, but I did watch a 3 or 4 hour video that explained the plot of Kingdom Hearts though. So I do know that it is more than just random Disney stuff, and that there's actually an interesting plot with lots of history and magic stuff going on, and weird memory eraser stuff, sort of, kind of, and all sorts of things. It does seem like an interesting game plot wise, though I won't lie and say that the Disney stuff in it kind of throws me off a little bit. Played through the first one when what a gamer thing to do. But that's all good. Although that reminds me though, my friend sent me, hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up and take a screenshot of it so I don't get his name in it. Hold on, let me just grab this. My friend. Okay, hold on. 2 seconds. I just need to scrub out the name. Okay, there we go. I swear this is maybe worth it. Maybe. Okay, this is what my friend sent me this weekend. I woke up to this. This is you, not sorry. I should come back after 11 up some more. You saw the health bar move. It can bleed. It can die. And they're not wrong. they're not wrong. And I was like, you know, the fact that I can immediately go to my like the clips and those things of my channel and find an example of me doing exactly this. Yeah. I used to go over that friend's house in a lot in middle school and high school, but he had Dark Souls and I did not, and I would spend many hours playing Dark Souls at his place, and I did the same thing that most people do with Dark Souls, which is from the Firelink Shrine, you have two options. One is to go up towards the Undead Burg, right? The way you should go. The other way is to go to the graveyard and get your ass handed to you by skeletons because you don't know how to play the game and they're way stronger than you. But you know what I did for 3 hours? Exactly what you think I did. Exactly what that picture implies. I defeated those skeletons, even though it was like, yeah, no, I should not be trying to defeat these. They're way too strong for me. But I can kill them, so I am going to kill them. And I did. And I was so happy when I managed to kill a few of them, including like the big one. And then they respawn because they're the unkillable kind. That was fun. But yeah, that video that I watched that explained like the Kingdom Hearts stuff, I went over all the games I believe that are currently out. So I don't remember what channel it was from, but it was interesting. Though also, like, if you took the Disney out of Kingdom Hearts, do you think that it would perform better or appeal to a wider audience that would then take its like actual plot more seriously? Or do you think it's a good thing that it's that it has all the Disney stuff as a backdrop and whatnot? Like I'm curious. Because that plot video that went over everything really didn't spend a lot of time with like the Disney aspects of it because it didn't actually seem relevant to the plot. Like the crazy things in the mobile game and like all the history from that stuff seemed way more relevant to understanding how everything was happening than anything that Disney was doing. Oh, we've got some new random things to see. What are you guys talking about? All hiding back in here. You're okay with the Disney things, but like, does it enhance the story though to have it use Disney as a backdrop? Like that's kind of my question. Because the actual plot, from what I understand, based on the video that I watched, right? Like I haven't played it myself, so I could be missing nuance. But like, if Mickey Mouse wasn't this like amazing Yoda figure with a hood and everything and such, and it was someone else, would it work just as well? Like,
So that's the state of affairs.
because I mean, the those first 4 hours of the second game with Roxas, where you're just kind of running around doing nice things, like that doesn't have any Disney in it, and that plays fine. Like you build an attachment to Roxas, and then that's important later, right? So I don't know. I'm just kind of curious. Because, you know, as far as VODs go, I feel like Kingdom Hearts is probably a really, really hard game to like put together a Let's Play of. For the sheer sake of copyright and like how much you probably can't actually show of it. It could have been anything as a Yukon expert. It could have been. Yeah, like it's I don't know, it's interesting because it's like, would it, is the reason why the game is like as well known as it is because of that strange like juxtaposition between everything? I don't know. So where am I supposed to go? Go through Captain Corn Peak. Oh, that's the main story quest. Whoops, that's why. Do we have anything else? We only have the Nopalm register, so no. Wait, completing the Nopalm Caravan register only gets me 7 coins? Really? Huh. It's okay. I mean, fine. I guess. Sort of seems kind of weird. Also, there's still one more party to go to learn.
It's vital to keep a
kinda
record
crazy.
of events. It's vital to keep a record of events.
Alright, I don't know why. Okay, we've got you unlocked, that's good. Mio has Miyabi. Yeah, we really need stronger enemies to kill. That's the bottom line of it, I think. We're not generating as many class points as we need. And like, I haven't used the bonus experience. Like that's the worst part. If I was using bonus experience, we would be even like more ridiculous. I think it said to go to Cloud Top, right? Where? Oh, it's the upper region, right? Yes. Okay. So I think this is where we're supposed to go. Chapter 6, Noah gets lost. Cool. Go through Capricorn Peak. Alright. I'm assuming that there isn't anything at the Omega Camp, but there is a question mark on my map right now. So I could be wrong.
Do people have to make so much noise?
That is the question, isn't it, Tyon?
It's vital to keep a record of events.
Oh, we should probably cook. Let's see, where is the one that gives us the best class point boost? Highly Piley does. Makes me want sashimi.
I couldn't eat another bite.
Oh, speaking of good food, my friend brought me some stuff from Italy, which was not expected, but very appreciated.
Job.
She went to Italy with her boyfriend, and they were there for, I don't know if it was a week or a week and a half or something, but they were there for a little bit, which is like the first big trip that they've ever done together. Also, look at this silliness. We could be level 81 right now if I used the bonus experience. That's nuts. Like, if we did that, we could go and fight the gigantic monkey in the first area. Also, look at Miyabi and Mio playing their flutes together. How nice is that? So sweet. And Uni and Sena falling asleep. Also cute.
Everyone got their strength back?
Alright, I guess we're heading this way. Though I do want whatever that is. Maybe actually let's let's go up to Omega and then loop around. We'll see if that does anything. Excuse me. But yeah. Also, okay, so I have said a good thing about my friend. She brought me stuff from Italy. I am very appreciative of this because it's nice. European chocolate is pretty good. It's not particularly special to me because growing up, my grandmother would send us German chocolate for major holidays, basically. So it's not like it's not something that I'm not used to, like the difference in chocolate between Europe versus the US. The US has sweeter chocolate, generally speaking, especially Hershey's. Hershey's is extremely sweet, but
I'm glad we were able to save you.
Yes. Thanks so much, everyone.
also,
Let's stop the Cloud Keep.
also I'm gonna turn the switch up a little bit because I just remembered that when we did the fitness boxing this past weekend, I had to turn it down a bit because it was too loud. So I'm assuming that the game is actually a little bit quiet right now.
Never seen this place before.
GABA Junction. I think the question mark is this way. Let's go this way first.
I think it is.
Ooh, hello.
I can't
Another
get
Omega squad.
It has to be done.
Because they're a mix. Hold on, what was I just saying? I was just saying something. I wanted to continue that thought. Oh, right. So my friend brought me stuff from Italy. Some like pretzel-y type thingy-moozits and some chocolate because she knows that I like snacks. And she was like, I figured that you would appreciate snacks more than like a random doodad or something. And she's absolutely correct. So very happy with that. But also, that was like the good thing that they did. There were at least a couple other things that were just like, man, what's wrong with these people? Why am I friends with you? Like, okay, so one of my friends was talking about something relatively normal for like the first 2 sentences of how they were talking about it, where they were like, you know, I really want to get more art in my apartment because all the art that I have right now is black and white and I want to change it up. Now that's normal and fine. I can understand that. It's like, oh, you have a lot of black and white art. Okay. Like, and you want your home to be a bit brighter. Sure. That makes sense to me. Go ahead and you know, do that, right? Like, that makes sense to me. Get some brightness in your life. Cheer things up, you know? Like, it's winter. It's gray out. Why have gray inside when you also have gray outside? I get it, right? But that was not the reason why they wanted to change. Yet again, I must invoke the tired Chinese man. The reason why this particular friend we should topple them. Hold on. Where's topple? You would topple. The reason why this particular friend wanted to change their art away from the black and white art is because, and I quote, it's just feeling a little bit too fascist. And there is such a thing as fascist art. That is true. That's a thing. That's a type of stuff. You can have that, like propaganda. Like that's that. Sure. You can have fascist architecture, brutalist architecture. Like, that's very highly related to those things, and like has a distinct style and like a whole bunch of art history that goes with it, and like, sure, yes. But the fact that her pictures are black and white does not mean that they are fascist. And I normally I bite my tongue on a lot of this like stupid shit that my friends say. Like, all of them are very much like, these two in particular are definitely like TikTok brain rotted is how I would describe some of it. But most of the time I ignore it. And I'm like, you know, this isn't worth the effort of getting into, because you've watched so much of this that I'm not going to change your mind even if I tried to. I just know it wouldn't work. So I'm going to bite my tongue and not say anything. But this was so stupid that I threw aside that usual rule and wait, ooh, okay. And just like looked at her and I was like, black and white isn't fascist. It's drab, but it's not fascist. And like, she like looked over at me like, and then like we looked at each other for a second. And I'm just like, you know that even though all the videos are in black and white of the Soviet era, that there was color back then, right? Where's my topple? Who has topple? Is Tyon the only one with topple right now? I think so. But like we dropped it and it's fine. But like that, it was just so stupid. And like I messaged one of my other friends later and was telling them about it, and he is a graphics artist, and so he was like, yeah, there's such thing as fascist art. He's like, but it's not that. Went to a German art show in the gallery. It was pretty good. Let's see where it worked at the time. Like propaganda art kind of stuff, you mean? Or something different. Like I had I literally had I had fascist art in my apartment because we had the not Spasiba, or maybe it is Spasiba, the Russian space program propaganda where there's like the astronaut or the cosmonaut rather holding the sickle and hammer above his head, and like it's got like the, you know, it's art for the space war. It's for the not space war, the space race and everything like that, because like that's good art. It's also like good propaganda, and you can appreciate it for what it is. And we had it on the wall for a very long time because the intention was we would buy propaganda from one country and then like get propaganda that was like the counter to it and put it on the other side of the wall. So glorify the ideas of the 30s, no anti-J stuff, mostly glorified German worker. Yeah. Like that is fascist art.
What's this now?
Having art that happens to be black and white is not the same thing. And so just like I said, normally I bite my tongue and ignore these things, but it was just so stupid. And it's like, okay, I put up with your brain rot a lot, but like this is the line. Like, yes, please decorate your apartment, but don't decorate your apartment for stupid reasons. Like decorate your apartment because you just want to mix it up or change it. Don't like it. Ugh. It's just so dumb, right? Like, it's like at some point you need your life to not be like circling the drain of all this like negative shit all the time, where it's like the only lens you see life through. Like touch grass. Like unironically go and touch grass. Like shut off your phone. Stop reading the news cycle 24/7 to like get your 8 minutes hate, you know? Like ugh. I have the pleasant ability to live under a rock, and I feel like the fact that I really like, I don't have Netflix, I don't have cable TV, I don't have like Peacock or any of those things. Like, any of the things that people use to keep up on shows that, like, you know, are like the cultural shows that are like, it's like everyone is watching this, like everyone watches Breaking Bad or The Walking Dead, or like everyone's watching Game of Thrones, or everyone's watching, you know, name popular thing in current year or previous years, right? I don't watch those, not because I want to be like, I'm a hipster, I don't watch that thing. They just don't interest me. And so, and I don't have a problem like with that, like the fear of missing out, right? The FOMO. I don't have that problem with this type of stuff, so I don't feel the urge to like keep up with that type of thing. And so I miss out on a lot of this stuff. And I don't think that I'm worse off for it.
Mimi!
Incoming!
Are these more city
Tactical
people?
retreat. Land! Yeah, I got it. Sena, hit him where it hurts, will ya?
Oh, there's a person inside it. Do they have a collar on? I don't know if approaching it without a weapon is a good idea.
What the? What's going on here?
Are those like mini flame clock machines? Oh, she's so small. Kind of, maybe.
Who is
Maybe
this
she
girl?
just looked small. She looks small.
Where did she come from? For a soldier, she's awfully,
Yeah, I know what you mean. She looks about 3 terms old. Way too young to be fighting on the front lines.
Not to derail the convo, but are we sure she'll be okay? We pulled her out of the left, but is there anything else we can do?
I don't see any external injuries, but no signs of waking up either. Hard to tell either way.
Sena, don't worry. She's still alive. I'm sure she'll pull through. Mimi, you sure? Look, we can talk about her all day, or we can find her a doctor. I know which one I'd prefer.
You tell me.
Alright, but she and her people did assault colony soldiers, so taking her to a colony seems like asking for trouble.
then how about the city? They have medical facilities there.
Indeed, seems advisable.
What do we do about the Levnis?
Let's leave it for now. Transporting the girl should take priority.
I can carry her. Thanks, Sena. She'll be in good hands. Yeah, I'll make sure of it.
Hero quest. Oh, maybe this is Sena's hero quest. Huh. Dude, I want to take a closer look at this Loveness. Because, like, see, like, it's got a flame clock built into it, and it was that purple type. So this is probably another one of Y's creations. Kind of a cool Loveness, like cool power armor, though. Honestly. I want to see if this goes anywhere before we go back to the city. But to continue the conversation, though, like, I'm not good at keeping up with like culturally relevant shows, I guess is the short of it. I prefer watching anime. Like, I watch seasonal anime and I keep up with that. So I could probably hold a show, like a decent conversation with a massive like otaku weeb, and that like we would get along handily. But I miss a lot of things from like, for lack of a better term, like normal conversation with folks about shows that everyone's watching, etc. But like, because of this, I feel like I get slightly isolated from some of the cultural changes that are encouraged by those types of shows and stuff, you know? And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because then I get a bit of a perspective on stuff, and I'm like, wait, why are you all suddenly thinking that this is a good thing? Can you explain why you think this is a good thing? Do you mind explaining it to me? And if it's like the reason thing is good is because actor in this thing thinks this reason, I'm like, that doesn't seem like a good reason to like build your own opinion on that. Just saying. I wonder if I can jump to that. Probably can't. Oh yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. Yeah, I do recognize as well though that like I miss out on things for sure, and and that it can be tricky to deal with that sometimes, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like it's more of a net benefit to ignore like the tides of like people's like people's moral compass like shifting around rapidly because of whatever they're watching is a strange thing to me. So like I don't think there's anything wrong with reassessing your own thoughts on stuff and maybe coming to new conclusions that you would have disagreed with prior. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's like, you know, healthy thoughts and like learning and expanding one's nuance. And that's a good thing, probably, mostly. I wonder if I should jump onto like that.
Now to ascend. Not like this.
But I do think that getting all of your opinions from like whatever celebrity crush you have, or like whatever the views of some director who's being paid a bunch of money to make things certain ways and that type of stuff, it's just I'm talking about suggested people. Yeah, I guess so. I suppose I am. But also the friends who inspired this topic of conversation
I found something shiny.
and the ridiculousness of all of that, like they are suggestible people. And it's interesting because I feel like you can go too far in the other way too. And some of my friends are like that, where like they're like what I'm describing, but in reverse, where it's like they're very, very hard-nosed. They don't change their opinions about any of things, and they're not willing to listen to anything that might change the opinion. You know? So you can go both ways. They meet in the middle, I suppose. It's like the shoehorn theory. I think that's what it's called. Like if you go around far enough in one direction on like the political compass, you end up at the other political compass, just on the extremes. They meet in the extremes, basically. Where if you follow like any of the more extreme views to their logical conclusions, you will end up in the same place no matter which direction you approach it from. It's just a matter of like what your perspective is as to why you're doing that thing. So I feel like digging your head into the sand a little bit is good sometimes, because you miss out on things that you don't need in your life. And so maybe you get a perspective so you can analyze things a little bit more critically. Maybe. But of course, like I said, the reverse is also true though, because maybe you're missing context that like makes it so you're thinking that way, but you're not. So I don't know. You can't know everything, and I'm not pretending that I do by any stretch of the imagination. But it is generally it's easier to just accept whatever thought is in your head as the truth and then go from there, even if that's wrong, I guess, for most people.
Looks like a pretty rare
But yeah, I hate the usage of the word. Like I dislike I dislike how people use certain words to mean things that they don't actually mean. I guess is what really is the thing that bothers me. Because words have meaning. And I really dislike people using words in ways that they don't mean. You know? Like, it's the same sort of thing at work. There's this big stint in the programming community caused by people who are like community managers and not actual programmers. Like the people who are there to manage the people problems and then just introduce people problems on their own
I don't like this fog
because they don't actually understand like the communities that they are moderating. You know, I feel like this isn't unique in any way to programming. I can just think of one example that ties into what I'm talking about, which is
These
in.
husks, should we send them off?
We should send them off.
I'd
Thank
better
you.
Send them off.
In programming, middle management spell most of them. Well, the funny thing is like I am in one of those middle management positions, so I am unfortunately caught in the middle, where it's like, here are the new policies, you must implement them, and it's like regardless if you agree with them or not. So it's a very irritating thing. But so in programming, generally speaking, you keep track of your code in version control software, right? So there's software that you use to keep track of the changes in your code, and you said most. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for the vote of confidence there. But like companies hire people to basically play community manager, and HR departments do have an important role in this. Like, I've had to deal with problems of those varieties before, and I was very grateful to have someone who like was well versed in those types of things and able to like navigate a tricky and volatile situation with like grace. So they do have a place for sure.
We should harvest this ether.
And I'm appreciative of people's talents who do that type of thing well. But the place where I have umbrage is like version control software. The most popular one that is most widely used is called Git. It's made by the guy who made Linux. He named it after himself is the joke, because he's like, yeah, I'm a Git, as in, you know, a difficult person to deal with. Like, it's literally an insult, a Git, right? But it's Git, and it's extremely useful, extremely powerful, really, really good software. Everyone uses it. And the way that it works, and, you know, maybe you know this, I don't know if you actually do any programming or anything like that. You for some reason, I have this in my mind that you do some kind of engineering maybe, but so I'm probably maybe saying stuff you know, but just in case, and for anyone else out there, within the version control software, you generally have a version of the code that is like the working version that you can deploy at any time, that you keep clean, and that whenever you want to make something new, like you're like, oh, we need to change the color of this button, or we need to add this new feature, or that kind of thing. You branch off of this clean version of the code, and you make your changes, and then you open up like a difference between the two, and people review it, and then you merge it in, right? And so this branching structure and that kind of thing is done, and they're literally called branches. And the primary branch that you use, that is your clean version of the code that works and that everything else gets merged into. Container is locked. This normally means there's an enemy around who has the key, but I don't see them. Historically speaking, it was always called the... Oh god, he's level 100. Well, good thing he's not... He doesn't aggro. He's a docile lad. Okay, that was scary. but it's the master branch, right? Historically speaking, it's the master branch, and it's the master branch, and branches off of that are whatever you name them. Oh God, I hope that's not the key. And the master branch is like music, like a music record, right? Like it's like a master vinyl record, right? Like you have a master, you make copies of the master, because that's what you do when you share the software around it, and you like clone you clone it down onto your system and whatnot. You make a copy of the master branch to serve as your like good version that you go off with things and you keep it up to date and everything else. And so like historically speaking, it was called the master branch. In mainframes and in other version control software, it's called like trunk sometimes, or primary, or other things. And some non-programmers, some folks like made a stink about it. And it's like, okay, sure. And the community moderators and all those people get involved on the mailing list, etc., complaining about the fact that it's using the word master, because they're like, that has slave connotations. You can't use that word. And in the same way, there's like these same people who are basically like a standards committee for like inclusion, essentially, and trying to make sure that no one in the world is offended. Took issue with the fact that it's called a master branch, that in like certain server stuff, like you have master slave relationships is what they're like literally called, because like the hard drives and those things, like that's just what they were called. And like you can call them primary and secondary if you want, although that isn't always technically the correct way to describe it. But like, yeah, someone make it seem about master slave, don't talk about computer. Exactly. So this is the exact same thing, where it's like they have reason to be called this, and the reasons have nothing to do with anything like the people who take issue with it are having. Like Git was made on an airplane. The master branch was used because it was common parlance, like just the normal way to describe these things, and it made intuitive sense to the person who made it. And literally everyone who has ever used the software, when you're like, yes, the master branch, is like, oh, I get it. You make copies of it and like you branch off of it, but like that's the working version. That's the master copy. Like anyone who actually works with the stuff is like, yeah, that's the master branch. And so nowadays, if you create a new repository in GitHub, it will not call it master, it will call it main, which is also a perfectly fine way to describe it, honestly. Like, sure, the main branch. That also makes sense. It's the main branch. It's the main one you commit to, yada, 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 right? Like, sure, it's fine. But I also still find it really irritating that these people, like, wormed their way in and then made a big stink about something that no one had a problem with and caused, like, massive divisions in the community around people who agreed or disagreed with this type of stuff. Wait. That's the Coolie Pond Camp. Wait, oh, I know where I am. Holy crap, we're here? We're next to Teach's Colony. Oh, that's cool that connects. Huh. Neat. Also kind of confusing, though. I suppose I should go to the city. Let's go to the city. But like, there's all sorts of stuff, right? Like, in every profession, I feel like there is probably some word somewhere that is going to make someone upset because, like, it's a word that's used that way. I mean, like, dog training, right? It's like, what is a female dog? People who work with dogs, who like breed them, or like have hunting dogs, or are just British, like, they call them bitches, and it's they're not swearing, they're not trying to say something mean, like etc. Right? Like, it's just the way they talk about it. It's just the jargon, you know. Don't use a slang term for a trans. Yeah. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Pretty sure, like when my brother in high school used to work on his car a lot, like if he had to do stuff with that, it's like. But like, there's nothing wrong with it though, you know? Like the way it's used has no like real negative connotation. It's just shorthand, or it's just like it actually has usages that make sense. And there's other stuff like that in programming as well. Like the terms blacklist and whitelist are also on the firing squad list there of like stuff that people decide to make a crusade about and try to divide everyone over, of like, oh, you shouldn't use the word blacklist anymore and you shouldn't use whitelist anymore because these are colors, and because black and white is a race, then like you're associating the whitelist with good, let it through, and the blacklist with bad, don't let it through, and that could have negative problems for black and white people. And it's like, literally the historical context of a black book is from the Inquisition, I believe. It was either the Inquisition or the Plague. I forget which one. Right? But like the actual real historical context of the thing has nothing to do with race at all. And the only people who are making it about that type of thing, and like this expands to all these other things, whether it's like the master slave such, the transmission stuff, breaks any discipline that has jargon that can offend people and whatnot. Like, I'm sure that maybe a percentage of that maybe actually does have some quote problematic like history or something like that maybe is a real valid reason to decide to try to change it and move away from those terms. But for the most part, most things don't, and they have meaning. And trying to swap blacklist and whitelist to deny list and allow list is just newspeak bullshit, and like causes cognitive dissonance for me every single time I run into the word and have to like gauge if the people who I am currently with are going to get offended or not by which term I choose to use. It's just awful. Like, again, Empire Dust Chinese man. It's also tiresome. But yeah, like what's the point though? It's like I have definitely seen or read in places where it's like, well, you know, this is feeling this way is just the way that X community feels around Y community. And it's like, why would you purposefully go out of your way to try to create an environment that causes this sort of distrust and like stress on every single person involved to deal with this, as opposed to just like actually doing what people say they're trying to do with this type of stuff and making it so that people get along and like actually work together on things. So it's just obnoxious. It really, really is.
About the girl we transferred here. She's just woken up.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. Although, I should say, she's a little,
Were there any complications?
No, nothing like that. Or at least nothing to complain to you about.
You're not making sense, and it's getting me antsy.
The doctor said she didn't need any medical attention, and... You know what? Why don't you just talk to her yourselves? Just bear in mind, she's still a patient, so take it easy on her, eh?
Is she feral? What's wrong with
Seems
this
at
tiny
least they
girl?
kept her safe. But now what?
Yeah, it ain't like we can just leave her here forever.
Let's talk to her first, like you said. We should try to learn more.
All right, but she's recently injured. We probably shouldn't all crowd her.
You're right. If we're just asking questions, one person should be enough.
Send Sena.
That sounds like a plan. So who'll go?
Surely it's Uni, right? She deals with injured people all the time. And she should be right at home.
Oh, yeah? Cheers for volunteering me.
No,
Aldo,
Sena wants to do it.
you, Sena. Why the sudden impulse? Well, it's probably my fault she's like this.
It was
You
really more
did
like an
hit her with a
accident,
hammer.
you know? There's no need for you to feel responsible.
It's not that exactly. It's more like... if I don't do something, I'll have a dirty... science.
Oh, Sena. Dither, I don't know if you know the full story of Xenoblade 3 up to this point, but this group of people, like they're raised to be, they're child soldiers, raised without any concept of like anything else. The city is like actual proper humanity living outside of the confines of like an endless war between a bunch of people who basically like breed the humans and have them killed and then regenerate them to continually serve as like war fodder. So that's the why they don't know everything or have these types of things.
Well, then we'll leave the girl to you. Is that all right, Sena?
So fits into
I'll
the
be
conversation
fine.
a little bit.
Do be careful, though. She might be meek now, but keep in mind she and her mates came after us. We'll be right outside. If anything happens, just shout. I can handle myself, Mimi. But thanks. I will. Okay, then. I'm going in.
Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun. Hello. Yeah, she has like a weird collar on.
Hi. I see you've woken up. How are you feeling? Any pain? Can confirm faint sensation of pain in cranial region. However, operational efficiency of number 7 remains unaffected. What? Okay. That's good. Actually, I'd like to apologize. Before, I didn't realize you were inside that thing, and... Are you okay? No major issues detected. I see. Anyway, if it's all right with you, could you tell me something about yourself? The question lacks specificity. Number 7 cannot respond. Oh, I'm really sorry. I guess that was a bit wishy-washy, huh? Well, for starters then, are you a Kavesi soldier or are you Agnian? Kavis, Agnes. Yeah, that's right. You must know those, right? Affirmative. However, discrepancy was encountered while processing query. Huh? What do you mean? Affiliation of number 7 does not match either of two options provided. Doesn't match? Well, then that only leaves... Special Mobile Combat Unit under direct mobius command. Alias, Colony 0.
Oh, a new one. Not wise.
Whoa, you know about Mobius? Affirmative. Then, when you attacked us, Colony 0 soldiers of numbers 7 and below were tasked with eradication of Ouroboros. Whoa, that's not great. So this girl really is our enemy. I have to warn the others. Although, is that really true? She did attack us, so why is she like this now? What you just told me, it sounded really important. Won't you get in trouble for saying it? I was not ordered to silence on the matter. I see. Okay. Oh, shoot, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sena. What's yours? I have no name. Huh? Number 7 does not possess information under the category name. You don't have a name? Wait, so this number 7 thing you've been saying all along? An individual identification number assigned to soldiers of Colony 0. We do not belong to Kevis or Agnes. We are special assets. Publicly, we do not exist. Consequently,
Records of personal information stored in growth modules are also expunged at the time of birth.
That's crazy.
Shall I consider the questioning to be over?
No, wait. What you just said. You don't think it's strange?
Cannot ascertain purpose of question. Requesting additional clarification.
I mean, for example, that name thing. A colony that calls people by a number, that's so dehumanizing. Don't you feel bad to be called like that? I mean, you're the same as us, after all.
Cannot ascertain purpose of question.
Oh.
Requesting clarification.
Sena. Hey, you okay?
Did you learn anything? Hang on, love. You don't look so good.
What happened, Sena?
Mimi, I don't know what to do.
Hey, Sena. Everything's fine. Let's go somewhere we can talk. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
I think you should have hit her harder with the hammer. If we give her a little bit of amnesia, maybe you can make her become a normal human being again. Just saying, Sena. Maybe you should hit her harder with the hammer. Pretty sure it would work. Seems like the way to go. Many of Sena's problems are solved by hitting things with hammers, so I'm assuming that we can resolve this way. But no, that is sad. In all seriousness, that is a very Mobius thing to do, for sure. Also, I'm going in the wrong direction. So the growth pods that they mentioned, they're cradles, and basically like little fetuses go in there, and then they grow the humans super fast to their first term, where they're basically like maybe like 8 years old, like instantly, and while they're in the cradle, they're essentially brainwashed, like fed all their old memories that are relevant to making their personality be their personality, making sure they're loyal to their cause, everything else. And then they go through like 5 years of soldier training and then fight for their lives for potentially the other 5. So they don't live a great life. When did we get these? Oh wait, we got them running around. Wait. Okay, let's talk about 7 first.
I just wanted to confirm.
Sounds like school. Fair enough.
Colony 0? Wow. They did seem like more than regular soldiers, but that's wild.
If they're palling around with Mobius, we can't really ignore them, I suppose.
We still have very little information. I think a more thorough investigation is in order.
Okay, but we're talking about a tiny third-termer here.
Sena, what do you think?
Huh? What do I think about what?
You're the one that spoke with her. What's your gut telling you?
I just asked questions and she just answered them. But even though she attacked us, she doesn't seem hostile or violent.
Yeah, well, if she knew that you were Ouroboros, she'd probably become hostile.
And when I spoke to her, she was literally just answering questions. It didn't feel like a conversation at all. She looks like us, but is actually a whole different kind of being. That's how I felt. And then I got scared of her, and...
Oh, I'm sorry, Sena.
Sena, give us your honest opinion. Do you think she's an enemy?
I don't really know yet. That's kind of why I'd like to try talking to her again, I think.
What do you mean? You just said you were scared of her.
I am, it's true, but I want to make sure I got the right idea, and that's stronger than my fear. Not just about if she's an enemy, but also about who she actually is, how she thinks and feels.
I get it. You need a bit more time for that, sure.
Right.
I also want to say sorry for leaving without saying anything last time.
Okay then. If you're doing a house visit and apologizing at once, how about a little gift to grease the wheels?
Oh, Sena, you could bring her your onigiri.
Onigiri?
It's a portable Agnian snack made of packed boiled myth rice.
They're lovely and salty, especially the way Sena makes them. They really hit the spot after a long training session.
Huh? You can make food?
Oh, of course I can. Onigiri, at least. Oh, wait. But we don't have any myth rice.
They should have decent reserves in Colony Lambda.
Hey, nice. No, hang on. How'd you know that off the top of your head?
Commander Izzard likes them. The onigiri.
Well, that's just peachy then. Hope he doesn't mind sharing.
Thanks, you guys.
Wrong button. Colony Lambda. We've been going to Lambda a lot today. But yeah, good game though. The weird war structure and everything. This is pretty good. We still don't have every single piece of the puzzle as far as the overall overarching plot goes, but it's very good. Gotta go. Yeah, thanks for stopping by today. Thanks for chatting and hearing me, I guess, you know, blabber and bluster through some random thoughts and things of no particular consequence or ordering. So, but have a good one. Don't get any fascist art, you know, just see you later. Oh, Mac, the woods opened up, you say. Alright, Lambda Soldier, give me that rice. Just holler at your boy. That, yeah, okay, that's... that gives this guy some character.
Ah, that's making me hungry.
Make onigiri at Michiba Canteen. Wait, is the Michiba Canteen... That's in the city. Pretty sure. City camp. Michiba Canteen.
Ah, that's making me hungry.
Oh, hey, Mwamba's here. Hey, Mwamba. Oh, that's nice.
So that's the state of affairs.
Hey, Monica's here too. Okay, hey, you mind if I just use your kitchen?
Man, I haven't made onigiri in a minute. Hope I can still shape them right.
They're triangles, Sena. It's not that hard.
Ah, that's nice. Now, let's take them to our patient.
Will the doctor let us feed her, I wonder? Oh, hey, look, it's Gray. Hi, Gray. Hi, Gray. I do like the city folk. Also, again, the level of detail that goes into making sure like these characters say things that make sense, and like if they were involved in certain quests, like they kind of grow based on that. It's really well done. Very appreciative.
Sena, wait. This time around, we'd like to sit in on the conversation too.
Huh? But I thought...
No worries. We'll hang back and watch. We're happy to let you do the talking.
Okay then, if you say so.
Hello, small child.
Hey, sorry to intrude. Can we have a moment? No objections. You wish to resume questioning? No, that's not why I'm here. It's just that last time, I was kind of rude. So, to apologize, I thought I'd visit again and bring you a little something.
Eat the rice.
I figured you might be hungry. They're called onigiri? Yes. I'm not very good at this, so they're about the only thing I can make. Yes. But I can
I think she
guarantee
likes
they're
them.
tasty, and actually, Mimi says so too. I mean Mio, she's... Yes. Oh, sorry, my bad. Please, feel free to eat. I will eat. How about it then? Cannot ascertain purpose of question. Are they tasty? Did I make them right? With regard to first question, number 7, comforter, tasty, to be accurate, assessment. Oh, really? That's good to hear. In regard to second, application of manual pressure resulting in compaction and higher cohesion, also showing excess salt level. Oh. No, wait, that's the best part. Isn't it nice and chewy? Affirmative. Huh? Number 7 has not taken sustenance in this form before, currently considering that others of Colony 0 may also enjoy the experience. Oh, you think so? Particularly number 9 seem to be growing disaffected with the rations being distributed. And number 3, whose calorie intake exceeds the baseline, may find these more sating. As a precaution, salt levels may have to be marginally adjusted pursuant to guidance from number 6. Huh. Is there a problem? No, it's nothing. Oh, but if it's okay with you, could I ask you to tell me more? Acknowledged. Continuing explanation. So, were the onigiri tasty? You already have a sufficient reply to this question. Have you come to like the onigiri I made? Affirmative. Well, that's good then. I'll make them for you again sometime. Yes.
Well, she eats like normal, and she can handle small talk.
Yeah, there's nothing suspicious about her. Except she talks funny. But whatever.
Let's let Sena keep her talking for a bit longer.
Hey, you said you didn't have a name. Recollection of making such a statement exists. Well, then, what about Segiri? Perhaps this is some sort of code or cipher. No, I was asking what you thought about Segiri for a name. Cannot follow logic behind query. Requesting more rational explanation. You're using difficult words again. I just didn't want to keep only calling you, you. The designation, number 7, is... Right, I just took the se part from 7 and tacked on the giri from onigiri. Segiri. Failure to comprehend basis for utilizing this nomenclature. Well, it's 'cause you said you liked onigiri just then.
This is pieberry logic right here.
Whoa. Sena, don't you think you're taking it a bit far?
Yeah, love. Did you lose your brain at the gym or something?
I'm sorry, Sena. I don't think I see what you're after here.
Whoa, when did everyone get so mean? I think it's a great name, Segiri.
Yeah, I think so too, actually. It seems really, friendly somehow.
It's not really like you to come out with something like this, Sena.
Really? Well, maybe so. But Mimi, I don't think it's right to call a person by a number. Hey, I'm sorry. I let my mouth run away from me. I understand if you felt hurt by it. Regulations contain no special provisions on restricting designation. Huh? Number 7 has no authority based on which to reject proposed designations, whatever they may be.
Does that mean we can call you Segiri and you won't mind?
Affirmative.
Well, there you have it then. Affirmative.
Nicely done, Sena.
Yeah, thanks. The girl might still be a total mystery, but really, it wouldn't have been right to call her number 7.
It's gonna be real unfortunate if we had to murder her at some point during this. Just saying. Sena is going to cry.
What happened?
A coded transmission from Colony 0. The Mobius Consul F is requesting parley with Ouroboros.
The Mobius is requesting what?
Number 7 will use Own Iris as relay to forward the transmission to you.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, my young Ouroboros friends. I am F, and before we go further, I would like to sincerely apologize for the discourtesy of this method of introduction.
Ugh, what a shameless slug. He thinks we'll forget he tried to kill us.
You say you want to parley. How do you imagine that will go at this point?
I'm certain you will feel guarded, and rightly so. And yet, with that acknowledged, I would like to offer an opening of negotiations with you.
Negotiations.
Should you accept my invitation, I will rescind the extermination order on you, Ouroboros. Colony 0 will henceforth no longer concern itself with your comings and goings.
Well, that sounds like a good deal.
Oh, that'd be swell. If we were stupid enough to trust your word.
And your demands?
The bodily return of number 7.
Huh?
And that's it. That's all it would take for you to never fight with us again.
Yes, you have my guarantee, and that of the whole of Colony 0.
Are you joking? You're Mobius. You'd throw away 1 or 2 soldiers without batting an eye.
Certainly some consuls do display such callousness, a deplorable state of affairs. But not I. I hold the light of life possessed by Colony 0 to be of the utmost importance. Naturally, that includes number 7. That is precisely why I have reached out to you, nominally my enemies, even with the concomitant difficulties acknowledged.
Are you telling the truth?
Come on, Sena, don't fall for it.
Can you give us a guarantee that you aren't lying to us right now?
Of course, is what I'd love to say, but naturally simple words are never enough to engender trust. I know. I've sent the current coordinates of Colony 0 to number 7. We shall remain here. Should you find yourselves receptive to my offer, do please pay us a visit and bring number 7 with you.
So you think giving us your location will make us trust you?
How do we know this isn't a trap?
In such a circumstance, you would possess a handy hostage in number 7. I trust I needn't say more.
Ugh. Has this guy heard the way he sounds?
Of course, that is not what any of us really want. My desire is to see number 7 safely returned to me. That is all. Number 7?
Yes?
I'm tasking you with guiding them to Colony 0. Follow their command until you return.
Compliance.
And number 7?
Yes?
We've all been worried about you. That will be all. I will eagerly anticipate the day when we meet in more favorable circumstances.
By the Consul's authority, number 7 is hereby assigned to the Ouroboros' command as an exceptional measure for the duration. Pending your decision on the outcome of the proposed exchange, I await your command to depart.
Well, this was unexpected.
Segiri, what do we do with you?
Eat rice together? Well, let's go.
Wait, are you serious? You really trust that console?
Of
Kinda
course
do.
I don't. Not entirely. I know it could be a trap as well, but still, if, and this is a big if, okay, if he was telling the truth earlier, then we won't have to fight with Segiri and her friends. And more importantly, I'm sure there are people waiting for her there. So, for all those reasons, I thought,
Well, either way, things can't stay like this forever.
Rather than make speculation after speculation and do nothing, you want to set something in motion.
It's also possible, if unlikely, that we might be able to talk it through.
All right. Can you tell us where Colony Zero is right now?
Atia region, Capricorn Peak.
huh? Wait, isn't that's where we fought against those guys, ain't it?
The point where Colony Zero is stationed is located even further in.
That explains why you were lying in wait for us there.
However, the geographical feature called the Noclia Mire is located en route. Entering it is predicted to have severe negative impact on your biological processes.
Then how do you guys get through?
A Pharaon's environmental hazard resistance can temporarily neutralize poisonous materials.
What's a Pharaon? Oh, is that the thing you were riding inside?
Affirmative. Consequently, traversal through the afflicted area will necessitate retrieval and refurbishing of the abandoned Pharaon suit.
We can ask Riku to fix it up. Will that be okay with you?
No objections.
Oh, if Riku must, we'll not leave friends in lurch.
All right then. Just be patient for us a little while longer, okay, Segiri?
Compliance.
Compliance. Retrieve the Pharaoh. Well, now we know what they're called at least. Not that one. Oh, I wonder if this is how we get. You know how I was just saying earlier about us still missing one of the traversal methods? I wonder if this is going to give us like the ability to not be affected by poison. It'd be kind of cool if so. I don't know. I kind of trust. I mean,
Good thing we found this.
you can put aside the dehumanizing aspect of it, but he did say he was worried about her, and that everyone else was worried about her too. So it does kind of sound like maybe Colony Zero, like there's some sort of companionship to some extent between their members.
How does it look, Riku? Can you get it in working order?
It looked like problem mostly cosmetic. Riku have it working in no time flat. And ready. Riku proud of own handiwork.
And how does it look to you? Can you still use it?
Power lines clear. All sensors online. Farron Unit number 7, fully operational.
That sounds good. Are you ready to guide us?
Understood. Designating route.
Segiri has joined the party. Hazard neutralized. See, I told you. Traversal skill. Huh. Run over poisonous surfaces while taking damage. Okay, but you're telling me though that if we have her in the party, we have a cool mech in the party?
To keep a record of events.
That makes me want her in my party a lot. Hold on, can we fight a bunny together? What kind of stuff do you do? She's got like double swords. Ooh, wait, no, double axes. cool.
We're unstoppable with you around, Sena.
I'm the girl with the gall.
She said we had to go through the mire. The funny thing, of course, is that, you know, I walked through it first without an issue, so. I do kind of wonder if we're going to end up destroying a flame clock or not. Because I would guess that Colony Zero might not even have a flame clock. You know, like looking at the Pharaons, like they have their own clocks in each one, so.
Environmental resistance field deployed. Hazardous elements will be neutralized.
That sounds good thing we found this. I think.
The outcome is patently clear. It has to be done.
Figure it's worth it. They got a couple of broads. It has been a while.
Please work with me a little.
You what? You're supposed to be following me.
Yeah, lovely.
Scanning for Colony Zero's identification signal. We are approaching the rendezvous point. Signal. We are approaching the rendezvous point.
So we're
Mio just ranked up. Alright, well, I guess that means we should swap her to Lapidus. Or sorry, Troubadour. She is Lapidus.
finally here. Oops, they found us.
Oh, he's elite. Oh, alright then. Hello, Colony Zero. So it's a very, very mobile colony, it seems.
Welcome, friends. I've been hoping you would come.
We've brought your soldier as you asked. So what now?
Number 7 seems uninjured. Thank you for this magnanimous measure. As promised, Colony Zero's order to eradicate Ouroboros will be rescinded. You have my word that we will never again darken your doorsteps, figuratively speaking.
Talk is cheap, man.
Oh, I assure you, the soldiers of Colony Zero are most faithful. They would never disobey an issued order.
Please don't tell her to kill herself.
What's more, I personally had nothing but the deepest respect for you all. After all, you did tend to my dear number 7 and brought her back to me unscathed. I offer you my sincere, heartfelt thanks.
Yeah, all right.
This doesn't sit right with me.
Oh, I've just had the greatest idea. Number 7, you and our guests have traveled long and far to arrive here. Why don't we introduce them to the rest of the Colony Zero personnel?
Compliance.
I think we're actually fine.
Nonsense, no need to be shy. We need to tie a bond of trust between us, and where better to start than with a round of introductions?
Segiri, are you alright with that? The Consul's word is absolute. Number 7 does not have the prerogative of choice.
Number 7, show your face to everyone. I'm sure they'd like that. Number 4 has also been worried about you.
Yes. Number 4?
Number 4 is number 7's right-hand man. With number 7 absent, he had to take over the reins instead.
He means like being an aide, then.
Segiri, does that make you the commander? Parts of the definition appeared discrepant, but on the whole, there are no major issues with that denomination.
You could have told us, you know.
I have no record of the fact being queried.
You've noticed it too, right, Tyon?
Yeah, and I can't make sense of it. The Consul's attitude is one thing, but more importantly...
The Pharaonis. The one thing a colony needs, and there's no sign of it here. Or maybe it's just something completely different from the colonies we know.
A special unit under direct mobius command. Were we too hasty coming here?
For Sena's sake, and for that girl she trusts. Let's hope not.
Arrival in new area confirmed.
Oh, I thought we were going to have some kind of connection since it said there was something going on there. Masha also has no connection.
New allied colony data.
Well, hi, Consulate. How you doing? Sure, dude. Hello, number 6.
We have some new names registered.
They're all very young, it seems.
We have some new names registered. We have some new names registered.
It's weird that these ones don't talk like she does.
Number 7. I'm relieved to see you back safe.
Number 4, no status abnormalities?
We're all good here. Number 10 and number 8 are currently on a mission, but should be back soon.
Revising query. Are there status abnormalities in number 4's condition?
No. I'm okay. Number 4 can still fight.
However...
Number 7, you're not at fault. If anything, it's my fault. Having such poor abilities in battle. Without disengaging the Farron's limiter, I couldn't fight
Number 4.
What's wrong? What is it?
Huh.
Sparks, you don't think this is...
His flame's leaking.
I'm cold. Number 7? Where... I can't see a thing.
Segiri, what just happened?
Number 4 has given his life to the Pharaon.
Oi, you better explain yourself.
The Pharaons are powered by life's flames. The flame clocks that impel them are synchronized to those of their passengers.
Wait, did you say flame clocks? Does that make the Pharaons...
Indeed. The design differs, but you could see them as functionally identical to Pharaonesis. In addition, Pharaon flame clocks are fitted with the function to disengage the limiters.
Disengage the limiters?
Doing so allows the Pharaon to burn through the flames that fuel it at an accelerated rate, maximizing the unit's power out. Once the limiter is disengaged, a first-term soldier can perform at a level comparable to a colony's commander. That incandescent power is the pith and marrow of the Pharaons, of Colony Zero's might.
But what is Colony Zero to begin with? Who are you? Who are its soldiers?
You could say we are those who work behind the scenes of this war. Battlefield manipulation, inciting sedition, information control, elimination of third-party forces. It's all due to our ceaseless, thankless efforts that this war can continue unabated, and each life's fate arrives as ordained. In other words, we maintain the fabric of the world. That is the duty which is our pleasure to fulfill.
Nothing but empty words. That's the reason you put your men in those things.
Well, mate, you just showed us your whole ass. I knew you didn't care about the lives of your soldiers after all.
Preposterous! I treasure their lives above any other good. They are to me the most exalted substance. Their immaculate lives, sacrificed in service to the world, permeate it and form the basis of the eternity we mobius covet.
Stop it.
Protecting my innocent lambs whose souls lubricate the gears of the world through a sublime sacrifice. That is the highest calling. Isn't it the loftiest vocation conceivable? Surely you must agree.
Shut up already!
I must beg your pardon. Have I said something to incur your displeasure?
Snuff all of that and snuff you! How dare you! How could someone like you think for a second you treasure Segiri? You have no right! We'll bring you down right here and now. Segiri and everyone will be free from the flame clocks.
But what in the blazes has brought this on? I told you from the start, I had no intention of fighting you.
Have you lost your mind?
Well, it seems unavoidable now. It seems the negotiations have broken down. Truly regrettable, and yet perhaps inevitable. All Farron units, heed my call. You are ordered to disengage your limiters. Number 7, your orders. Bring all your might to bear and crush the Ouroboros.
Segiri, listen! You don't...
Compliance. Commencing Ouroboros annihilation.
Segiri.
I know how you must feel, but for now we have to fight, Sena.
All units fall in and stand by.
What's this?
Consul, a report.
What's the matter, number 7?
Large expenditure of life's flames is forecast if limiters are disengaged for combat. Proposal following analysis of all units' flame totals. Restrict limiter disengagement to unit number 7.
I see.
What? What's she doing? She's trying to get her mates out of fighting.
Number 7, I recognize your unparalleled radiance. It brings you honor. Now behold, by my authority as consul, I order you, all Pharaon units, disengage limiters.
Segiri!
That snuffer. Just when I thought he couldn't go lower.
Oh, number 7. Truly you are a marvel. The cry wafting from your spirit, it will water this endless world and make it bloom eternal.
First off, let's deal with these guys.
Yeah. Just wait, Segiri. We'll get you out of this mess. I promise.
Oh. Like, kind of figured this is where it was going to go, but it kind of hurts. Dang, I missed the. Also, whoa, uni. This one's focused on me. Trying to find. Kind of wish that it didn't change the music this time. I want to listen to the very somber version. Oh, we swapped her so she doesn't have to break anymore. Huh. And it missed. I feel like I can't actually make this happen. Alright, Sena. To be honest, I'm not sure if we actually managed to do 3 things. There's a break. Problem is that he's probably gonna, yeah, 101. I wanted to get the dazed burst off from Mia. We need someone else to have topple, I think. There we go. Let me cut our flank block off.
Yeah!
Segiri, please! Just snap out of it! You don't have to follow these orders! Segiri! You're free to do what you want!
Seki, free to...
Well now. What a curious phenomenon. Number 7, I'm changing your orders. Kill that Ouroboros first. Top priority.
Comply.
Don't do it, Segiri!
That's an order, number 7. Number 7, what are you...
Huh?
Number 7!
Wow. That was the most pathetic Mobius, I think, yet.
Segiri! Are you okay? Please, talk to me, Segiri!
Number 4.
Huh?
Number 4. Don't go. Number 7. Will protect. Number 4. Everyone.
Noah, please! For Segiri! For them all!
Right.
Yep. Yep. That's a major Mobius level right there.
With the Consul's death in the line of duty, Colony Zero's chain of command is broken. Number 7 currently has no duties to perform and no orders to follow.
That means you don't have to fight us anymore.
However, it is a matter of record that Number 7 took hostile action against Ouroboros. Perhaps you wish to mete out an appropriate punishment.
Segiri, you did nothing wrong. Really, we should be thanking you.
Thanking? Why would that be?
I mean, before, you attacked the Consul instead of us, so you held back from fighting us, and thanks to that, we were able to take down the Consul. Anyway, that's enough about that. Now it's time to think to the future, right?
I cannot comprehend.
Huh?
Why do you speak to Number 7 that way? Under what orders and from whom? Why did Number 7 disobey orders? Why did I not attack you as instructed? Requesting swift reply. Furthermore, requesting orders.
Segiri.
Number 7 is confused. I do not know what actions to take.
I know what it's like to feel lost, uncertain, not know where to turn. But even you must have some things you think you'd really like to do, right?
Number 7 does not have thoughts matching that description.
In that case, let's put our heads together. Let's think of things you might want to do.
Is that an order?
Nuh-uh. Nobody's giving you orders anymore. From now on, Segiri, The only orders you should follow are your own.
The situation described does not conform to the accepted definition of orders.
It was just like a metaphor, or was it a simile?
I really cannot comprehend.
This is fun. These two.
But although I cannot comprehend, Segiri gives orders to number 7. If the circumstances be interpreted this way, then Segiri, I, may be able to comprehend.
Oh, good. We made her schizo post.
Oh, Segiri.
Is it odd?
No, I don't think so. I'm sure it's exactly right. Since, after all, you're free now. So, Segiri, what are your orders for number 7?
Top priority should be to investigate what it is that I want to do. More data must be gathered before this is ascertained.
That sounds very like you, but I think you're making it too complicated. It doesn't have to be just one thing, and it can be anything, really.
It can be anything?
Yep, anything at all.
In that case...
Yes? Did you think of something?
She's
right
hungry.
Now, I think I'd like one of your onigiri, Sena.
By the way, I wanted to ask about the Pharaon. I suppose there's no way to use them anymore.
That statement is incorrect.
Oh, really?
Motive function can be restored by switching to alternative power source using ether cylinders. Power output will be inferior to the original flame clock system, and the limiter can't be removed, but shouldn't hinder combat. I will be able to fight on.
Wow, that's great news. Do you think we can ask you to fight by our side again then?
Oh, maybe.
Understood. Pharaon Unit number 7 will gladly join Ouroboros battle unit.
We'll be counting on you then, Segiri.
Ouroboros command structure accepted.
Machine assassin.
That should be enough data. First, let's talk about all the stuff you might want to do in the future.
Affirmative.
Number 10. Oh, they were out on a mission.
We have some new
Wonder if
names.
he's one of the ones who like was attempting to murder us before in the past. Generating rogue ether. Huh. Is it just like are the Hyantia type people always just like little firecrackers like Uni?
We have some new names registered.
Like there's just always a bit abrasive. Weird that we don't have a rest point here though. is the nearest rest point? This one, I guess. I mean, I guess this one's pretty close too, but it's not like it's ever stopped them before.
I'll draw up the rota for guard duty. It's vital to keep a record of events. It's vital to keep a record of events.
I think that we're gonna stop here. This is probably a side quest, right? Yeah. Required Harry Segiri. Yeah, so like next time let's do these three. Probably starting with Colony Zero. Just because that one's, I don't know, I like Colony Zero so far. They're fun.
Where to from here?
Weird Kudere robot girl. Basically, that's what her trope is. So
it's vital to keep a record of events.
She's an attacker, right? By the way. Yeah, she is. Oh, neat. She gets the same outfit that that Segiri has. Cool. I was curious if she was going to end up with like a robot, like her own Pharaon type of deal or something like that. Okay, that's cool. I mean, more attacking classes is always good. We really got to get Masha, Miyabi, and Kamarabi, and now Segiri. There's so many. So many to be considered. If I make you an attacker, then I guess Uni could not really know. I suppose Uni could become a defender? Masha's the only one who's level 10 right now as far as her, you know, Neo is, or was level 10. So I'd want to bring Masha. Then
You line him up, I'll knock him down.
you can be that. And also skills. Where's Soulhack? Oh, there it is. We just need to make sure that we have that. And then Uni, I guess, could become one of these. Could have her do no Punic Champion.
Past me.
And then we're still balanced, which is good. She does Miyabi. You do that, sure. You do this. You do that, I guess. Machine Assassin and Masha. Right, so now we have Miyabi, Masha, Kamarabi, and Segiri. That's right, I think. And then Masha as the hero. Okay, I think this setup I think is ideal for trying to continue to advance the class points and everything. So yeah, next time we'll do those side quests. Maybe we'll start with the side quests that don't require Segiri so that we can keep Masha in our party, I guess. Something like that. But I'm gonna stop for now. We've been going for almost 3 hours, 2 hours 40 minutes basically, and we did Colony Zero, so that was good. Alright. Out of curiosity, event theater. Choices. Oh, I guess that didn't count as Sena's. All right. Well, bye for now, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I'll see you probably tomorrow. I think